All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome to our Sunday night four station team call, Sunday the 24th of September, 2017. And we're going to keep this one short and sweet here. Um, for the few of the Super Saturday rookies who were there yesterday with us, we want you guys to share a little bit about, your experience, a little about some of your takeaways from the event, and hopefully something that you're looking to implement. So I'll go around the room and see. Just raise your hand, whoever wants to go first, and share what is something that you don't all raise your hands at once. All right, Shakira. Shakira,
Okay,
you're up.
I figured let me just get the ball started. Hold on.
Yes, let's go.
So what I liked about yesterday, and I'm happy that I met all of you. It was great seeing everybody in person. I had a great time. Um, the first thing was the 80-day obsession with Autumn that's coming out in January. I'm really looking forward to that. And the new look, the new Team Beachbody look,
For the website, right?
it's going to be
Yeah,
so much easier instead of all that trying to figure out when you're telling your prospects, you've got to go here and press 38.95 so you can get the
right.
14-day free trial. It's going to make it a lot easier. It's less complicated for our prospects to actually look for on the website. And I like the fact that you can add stuff to the cart. So if you're
Yeah,
looking for like the shift shop and it doesn't come with the markers, you can get the DVD plus the markers instead of going looking for accessories and all that thing. Everything that's needed for the workout is going to be
yeah.
all on one page. And I really like that. And then I also liked if you decide to put something on the cart for a prospect, and then I think that's what they meant. And then you could just send them that link and everything's already there. They get the cart and everything, and then they could just they put their credit card information and just
Yeah.
automatically buy it.
Right. It'll be better, because right now we have the mobile enrollment app that you can use on your phone, or you can also use it in your back office, the Coach Mobile Enrollment, where you pick the challenge pack or you pick the product and you pick the Shakeology flavor, and then you hit send, and it sends them an email, and it's up to them to continue the process.
Correct.
This
I
with the,
like
with
that.
the yeah with the new one, it's just send them right to a cart instead of sending them to a link and they have to click here and go to three different processes.
That's so much easier. It's
Hmm.
a lot people friendly, and you don't
Yeah,
have because I get a lot of questions. Well, where do I find this? Where do I find that?
yeah,
And I also like the fact that it comes with like the supplements and anything that you want that's there. And it for me it's a lot easier. There's no looking through a maze kind of thing. So sometimes you feel like that you're kind of lost and you don't know where to go. This
yeah,
makes it a lot easier.
definitely.
And then I'm also loving the fact that we got a Spanish tracker.
Oh yeah, cool. Yep.
That is great because that helps out a
Yeah,
lot.
awesome. Good stuff. Yeah, it was good to hang out with you guys. It's this is cool. Every Sunday night we get to hang out here in virtual land, but when you actually start shaking hands and hugging each other and getting in the same space with each other, it's a whole nother experience, man. That's what I love about this team. And even when we're hanging out later on afterwards, speaking to the other coaches from other teams that were in there from different coaches, they were honestly, guys, they were in awe on how we were together, how we hung out, kind of like brother and sister, how we hang out together with each other, and that's cool. That's what I really enjoy about this team. All right, who's next? So make me have to pick on somebody. I will. All right, Paulina, let's go.
Hello, everyone. Same as Shakira. I love everything new coming out on Beachbody. I love meeting everybody in person that I hadn't met already. I'm going to talk a little bit about the actual speakers. Katie Ersta really did a spectacular job she really
Yeah,
resonated with me. Things that I've been struggling with. I was even talking to Millie in her room for a while, and I told her, I was like, I haven't been doing anything. I haven't been working my business. I was like, I have a real mental block right now. I was like, I don't know. I told her, I was like, I don't want to give you excuses because I hate excuses because that's what prospects give me. And I don't want to give you one. I was like, I'm just in a funk and I'm off my shit and I need to get my stuff back together. So listening to Katie telling me, you're worthy of this, hearing her telling me that my purpose is greater than a paycheck, telling me to chase the cause and not the carrot. That one was huge. That I wrote down,
Yeah.
full print, underlined.
Oh yeah.
That was just like, oh, I was like, that's exactly what I
Yeah.
need. That and helping just one person is what makes the movement. So
Yep.
it really helped me refocus what I want to do, how I want to come about it, stop. I was focusing so much, I think, on rank advancements and success club points and all these things that I felt like I needed to do in order to be successful in this business was tripping me up. Truth, that's my truth right now. And I know that at some point I will get to a place again where I want, like, I still want that, but I need to kind of look at it in a different way, I think, for right now. And then for David Atkins, David, right? I think his name is David. He was real. He was real. I thoroughly enjoyed hearing him telling me, this is not an easy business to be in. Because it isn't. If it was easy to do, everybody be doing it. This isn't easy. This is hard. You know, putting yourself out there is really hard work. And exposing yourself and being naked in front of a bunch of complete strangers half the time is hard.
Yeah.
To hear him say that, you know, I've had failures. I've had my missteps. I had a hard year. It helps me because right now I'm having a hard time. So I'm like, okay, deep breaths, Paulina. You can do this. Keep going, and it's okay. You know. So that's what I got out of it. That, and then there was one thing a coach is doing that they call for the double time. She's calling herself and her family nutrition ambassadors, which I loved. I wrote that down. I was like, I don't know. There's something about that resonated too. But that's all I got.
Awesome. Thanks so much. Now, that was good stuff. And for those of you guys who weren't with us, and Nicole, I don't know if you know who Katie Ersta is or if you ever heard her speak, but if you follow her at all, but what she had mentioned yesterday was we get stuck in you know, Beachbody corporate, you know, does this thing where, and, you know, they do a good job, but they do this thing where they dangle the carrot in front of you, you know, with the rank advancements, with the, you know, whatever, the bonus pool and the success club trips and all this stuff, where sometimes it takes the focus off of, you know, helping the people and the cause of what we're doing, what we do. So she was bringing it back to a purpose-driven business, you know, and that's where, you know, that's where it comes from, helping one person and finding that one person to connect with and really grow from there. And I'm glad you mentioned that, Paulina, because that really hit. I wrote that down too. You know, she said, do it for the cause, not for the carrots. You know, and your story matters. And like I speak to some of you guys on here, some of you individually, you know who I'm talking to. Your story matters, even if you don't think it does. However, you know, small your story you think it is, it matters to somebody. So it's up to you to speak up and you know, and put yourself out there. It's not easy. I'm not saying it is, but nobody wants easy. You know, if you want easy, then you're in the wrong business. Anybody else? Who we got? All right. Janine, I'm going to pick on you, girl. That's it.
Well, I'll pick on me.
You're up.
Okay. Can everybody hear me? Okay. So I had a few things that I wrote down. And some of them were already mentioned. But I'll start with one that wasn't mentioned, what David Atkins said about don't make this your plan B. And that really resonated with me because, you know, I'm a teacher, been teaching for almost 17 years now. And so he's like, don't make this your side hustle, like make this your plan A. So he's talking about how him and his wife have been really hustling and they're not where they should be or where they want to be. But they've been busting their asses. They're going, you know, they're right on this UK thing. And so it's like, okay, I'm stuck in this teaching thing because I've been doing it for so long. And I'm like, I still don't want to do it anymore, but I still have, you know, stresses in my head about what I have to do for myself and for my financial situation. So, you know, putting that in my head, okay, not plan B or not the side hustle, try to make this plan A.
Right.
Second thing was that to plan out the strategy for challenges and things like that and making a list of people and how you want your challenges and everything to go. Because if you have a list, then it's easier to say what there is to do next. Also, what you just mentioned about My Story Matters, which was, you know, I'm always hesitant to post things or say things and, you know, just put things out there because, you know, people are just so critical. But I just got to say, fuck them and pardon my language and just, you know, do what I got to do. Clean week. Clean week. That was one thing that I wrote down with the opportunity to get people on board with the what is it? What did they say?
Which is the samples, the
online,
Shakeology samples.
like the online,
Yeah.
the online thing, yeah,
VOD.
to get them
Yep.
on that way. So that was a few of the things that I took from there. And
yeah, Clean Week is definitely going to be a game changer for us. Yeah, Clean Week is definitely going to be a game changer for our business, especially with the fact that we can put it on the, you know, put up front before somebody, you know, goes in full force with the full challenge pack. But, and also, like we mentioned last night, when we hung out last night at the diner, I don't know if we caught that, but when Megan Davies is going to do the workouts, she'll mention some of the moves. Hey, this move is from 21 Day Fix, or check out this move. This is from Body Beast, or this is from this workout program, to give our prospects an idea. Hey, if you like this move, you can do a full program, you know, at this workout. So that's going to be, you know, good for us, good advertisement for us anyway. And you know, let me ask you a question before I let you go. I'm not letting you know off that easy. People being
me?
critical. Yeah, you.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Let me ask you a question, and I know this may be tough. Let me ask you a question. If you put if you allow yourself to be vulnerable, and you put your story out there, and you had 100 people be critical of you, and you get embarrassed, and you get upset, and it hits you, but then you get one message from somebody who said, "Thank you." Because you being strong enough to put your story out there, thank you. I feel the same way you do. Now, my question is this. For you to deal with that pain of 100 people being critical, but to have the opportunity to save one life, would that be worth it?
Oh, of course. Definitely. Definitely.
Well, that's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. You know, and you know what? And I always say it, you guys know, vulnerability is power, because if you can put yourself out there and be strong enough to deal with that, you know, ridicule or embarrassment or that criticism. And listen, why even listen to people who criticize anyway? Because they're not doing anything for themselves. So who cares what they have to say? Number one, and number two, if you're doing it to save a life, that's what really matters. Help focus on that one person. That's where it matters. That's what we do. So think about that next time you decide not to hit the send button. All right.
Okay.
All right. Who else we got in here? Who else? Any takeaways from yesterday? How about Melly? You have any takeaways from yesterday? I know that you know a lot of us mentioned, you know, a lot of the stuff from yesterday, but you may have a different perspective on what you heard and what you saw.
On my notes, I put that I should be talking more about my daily struggles.
Yes.
Don't talk about Beachbody. Talk more about personal experiences. Call to action at least once or twice a month. I don't know who said this, but lead with the need. What is my struggle? Talk about my personal struggles. I ask them questions when I'm talking to someone private message or on the phone. Ask them questions, what they want to accomplish, what are their goals, dig deeper than just, I want to lose 20 pounds or whatever. Right. To use the free groups, to let them see, you know, what we do. And I wrote with 1,000,000 exclamation marks, my story matters.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, that's been a push lately too, is to use the free community groups, and I think it's been working for us too with that one group we have. We're putting people in there, and people are getting benefit out of it and turning into customers. You know, and I think that vital process is what and Denise has been doing the vital process before it was even the vital process, before they had a name for it, where she's building those transformation stories, building that confidence in people, and then eventually bringing them out as coaches. Um, Before we move forward, I want to mention something. If you go back into our team calls, if I can maybe get this document up, but Tammy, I'm pretty sure you used to have this, the playbook. We went to the playbook training. I have it right here. Number 6 is make a list and use it. Okay. Number 6 in the playbook is make a list and use it. And what they were talking about yesterday, a good way, when you write out your list, let's say you write out a list of your prospects, or you have a list of all your contacts on Facebook, all your contacts on your phone, you put them down on paper. Then you're going to go through that list of everybody you have. And what I would do is highlight the people who you think are your priority prospects, whether they are coach prospects or whether they are, challenge prospects, whatever it is. Go through those first. Go through those first and start the conversation with them. Start the invite process with them, and then move on from there. But like the one thing that Katie said yesterday that really hit me was that we're being selfish if we're not sharing the business opportunity with people, right? We're being selfish because other people need this. This, what was it said? She said, you can be that bridge for people to realize there's another way to be successful financially. And that's something that hit me too, because, a lot of people struggle financially right now, and this is something they can use. Yeah, we deal with struggles, but at the end of the day, if you work this business the right way, you put in the hard work, and you're able to invest that money or do whatever you need to do to make that money, then it'll work for you. It'll happen for you. Let me see. How about the fellas, Doug or Obi? You guys, any takeaways? Oh, Tammy's raising her hand. Go ahead, T.
I know. Okay. Hey.
Okay, here. Okay.
So I just, one of the things that I think is of the utmost importance that they mentioned yesterday is to be authentic, to be you. You can't, as much as we learn from each other, and we guide each other, and we look at each other's posts, and you're like, oh yeah, that's a great idea. You still have to make it your own, and you still have to present who you are and not pretend to be somebody else, because people see it, and they're people connect with who you are. And the people that I work with aren't necessarily going to be the people that Janine works with. Everybody,
Right.
You'll, as you work the business and as you work with your people, you find what your target audience is. Like for me, the people who are drawn to me tend to be the younger generation, because I guess because I taught high school, I kind of connect with them a little bit better. And
You're the girl with the purple hair.
Yeah, purple hair, right? and people with like medical conditions and everything, because and that's what I put out there. That's me. That's about me personally. That's my journey. And so all of us have something to offer someone. So it's just I just think it's really important just to be yourself and don't try to be someone else.
Yes. Absolutely. No, that's a great point, Tammy. Appreciate that. And yeah, that's very well said. Very well said, because people are, again, what I said it before, I'll say it again. I'm gonna keep reiterating this message over and over again. We're not selling a kit. We're not selling a box. We are providing people an opportunity to improve and impact their lives. And you have to be unapologetically you. And that's something that I learned from Mama D. That she is who she is, no matter what setting, no matter who she's talking to. It doesn't matter. She is who she is. Whether you like her, love her, hate her, it doesn't matter. And that's how, you know, people are drawn to her because of who she is and being authentic like that. That's a really good point, Tammy. Good stuff. All right. Anybody else have any takeaways? Anything different that you heard yesterday or something that impacted you? Obi, you got something, brother?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
You know, I was telling a few people going into Super Saturday, I was not feeling all that great. I was in a funk, and I needed to hear Dave's advice, and because I feel it myself. A lot of things in this business, especially for the gentleman, it's
Yep.
a struggle to try to get the Success Club points and try to help those people, because not a lot of people can relate to you. Just like Tammy said, someone who could relate to her may not necessarily be relatable to you. So when I heard David Atkins' advice, I actually kind of picked his brain a little bit and asked, hey, because I started noticing, I don't know if you noticed also that a lot of people had started retreating back. So when David said, it was something that he said, that you will never outwork me. I will always work out no matter what.
Yeah.
It really touched me, because it's like, okay, it's not about what you could do. It's about who's the lives you impact. But at the same time, if you work hard, you're going to get the rewards no matter what.
Yeah.
And I did hear that, because this whole time I've been struggling with my personal business, and at the same time, trying to get the people signed up really wasn't something that was my strong suit this past few weeks. So hearing
Yeah.
David, I think that's one of the biggest things that I took away from that.
Yeah, Dave's good for good kick in the ass, man. He's that man gives it to you real. You don't sugarcoat anything. And the reason why he's got the respect to do that is because exactly what you just said. Nobody's gonna outwork him. You know, whether that's true or not, it doesn't matter. It's in his head. He knows that as much work as he puts in, nobody's gonna outwork him. He's gonna make sure he outworks anybody else in his circle, and that's what's gonna get him to the top. Definitely, you know, he's definitely good for that. That's why it's a great experience to listen to him. At least for 5-10 minutes, he's really good for that. All right. How about you, Doug? Anything, brother? Anything different that you heard or?
Not much different. I mean, again, it's kind of the same thing. Is that, you know, remember to focus on that. It's not about chasing the points. It's about helping the other people get to their goals and stuff like that. So we got to focus on that. Stop chasing the points. Work with the people. Give them what we have, because that's what they need, and you know, help them make those decisions. But we've got to you know, focus on that and not worry about, you know, rank advancements, and not necessarily worry about how many points we have each month. Just reach out to these people, and it's about them and not about us. And we will be successful if you do that. So, and be open and be willing to share people and with people with what we have, and, you know, what our struggles and what we've got going on in our lives, and be ourselves, be you, be who you are. And, you know, people are going to connect with you.
Yeah. The right people that you want to work with are going to connect with you, because you're speaking to your audience. You're speaking to who you are. You're speaking to who you are before. And that's the key too, is that you're speaking when you're posting on social media. And again, here's another thing, guys. Network marketing has been around for a very long time. It's been around a lot longer than Facebook has. You know, we've gotten to this trap that we think that social media is the only way to run our business, and it's absolutely not. It's just a tool on your tool belt, guys. So don't feel like you have to just rely on social media only to work your business. Case in point, last night when we were at the diner, I went to go pay the bill. And I don't know if you guys were sitting down, heard the story, but he started asking me, hey, where you guys from? I go, we're just from around the area. We were down at the DoubleTree Hotel for an event. He goes, oh, yeah, really? As I'm signing the receipt, he asked me, what do you guys do? Oh, well, I show people how to earn an extra paycheck every week. And he was like, huh? Really? How do you do that? Well, we talk to people. We help them with their health and fitness. We help to get started and guide them through it. And, you know, I tell them about the 25% discount. And I said, and then we grow a team. As you see here, we have a team. And if, you know, they're productive and they're successful, then I own a bonus based on, you know, their productivity. Let me get that check. And I just changed. I had the conversation like that. He was intrigued. He was, oh, wow, really? Do you have a website? Do you have an email? You have this? I want to know more. So when you're out and about, you have to be willing to talk to people, you know, face to face, you know, face to face or whatever. It doesn't always have to be on social media. So you can do it online and offline too. That's just the point I'm trying to get at. And that worked. So I sent him an email. It looks like, as a matter of fact, I just checked a little while ago. He opened the email. So I'm going to connect with him tomorrow. And that's another thing. And I found that the conversation was easier because he's a business owner. That's my new strategy when I'm talking to people. I want to talk to people who are already business minded, realtors, bankers, you know, people who are already professionals, because they understand the business mindsets. So they will be more open to listening to what you have to offer from the coach perspective. You know, they're more open to listening to that. The people who we think really need it, the people really struggling, are going to think doesn't work. Are going to think it's a scam, right? Doesn't that happen? Everybody you talk to who really needs this and they're struggling in their finances, they think it doesn't work because they don't understand anything other than traditional, get a job, get a paycheck. They don't understand it. Business people do. So just another, you know, way to recruit up. You want to think about recruiting up. Recruit to people who are already business minded. If they have an entrepreneurial, you know, spirit, talk to them about. You know, and that conversation yesterday was easy. It was fun to have, and it was exciting to have because he was open and interested in asking me questions. How many of you guys want prospects asking you questions and asking you for more stuff, right? That's what we want. That's what we want. But I think, you know, I've been keeping my message more simple with people, and piquing their interest so they can. I'm putting words out there so they can have their interest peaked so they can start asking me more questions. Like I just said, I help show people how to earn an extra paycheck every week. Isn't that what we do? Right? And that starts the conversation that way. What was the other thing I wanted to say? Oh, last thing I want to leave you guys with before we go here. Does anybody else have anything they want to say before we go? Nicole, you got something? Melly, you got something? Are you just scratching your eye there?
Yeah, my allergies are killing me.
All right. Anybody else?
I have something to say.
Let's go, Jenny. What do you got?
All right. So this is something that I've been struggling with, and it seems to appear that it's a constant reminder to me about the importance of creating our schedules at home, our work schedules, and laying it all out and making our nightly goals list and what we want to do the next day, what we want to finish, what we want to get through. This is something I've been struggling with because working my day job and then working at the studio, not being able to find a proper balance, having to wake up early to do my workout, and then also try to get in some time on getting my power hour in before the day begins, because then by the time I get home at 9 o'clock at night, I just want to shower, go to bed, and get up and have to do it all over again. So I think a lot of people struggle with it. So it keeps getting reminded in the diamond training, and then of course there yesterday about the importance of developing a schedule for yourself. So that's something I really want to focus on, is trying to get my schedule in order so that I know what hours I'm going to be working and when, because sometimes it can be a little overwhelming. And I know that that's why I've been in a funk lately, is because I get overwhelmed with the schedule and not feeling like I have enough time to do it. Or by the time I get around to doing something, I'm so tired that I just don't want to do it. So finding a schedule.
Well, finding the schedule or making a schedule that works for you?
Making a schedule. Yeah, making a schedule.
Right. And I hope you have your gloves on, because I'm going to come back at you with a couple of punches here.
Yes.
Okay. If you really want to be successful, if you really want to make this happen for you, I can't decide. Listen, nobody here can decide for you how successful you want to be with this business. Only you have that in your head. Only you can decide that, right?
Mhm.
But what I'm going to tell you is this, and I said this yesterday to somebody: balance is bullshit. Balance doesn't exist. For somebody who's an entrepreneur, somebody who's really wants to get themselves to where they want to be, they have to completely throw their life out of balance and figure it out. Anybody who's been successful in business, anybody who's made it and struggled their asses off, has completely thrown their life out of balance for just a small amount of time. That's what's gonna. It sucks, and I know it probably hurts for me to say this, but I think for the benefit of everybody here, because I know we all have gotten to that point too. I want balance too. I feel the father guilt sometimes when I don't have the time to spend with my kids, but I know at the end of the day, I'm doing it for the right reasons. I'm doing it because I'm going to provide them a better future. I'm going to be able to do something better for them because of the time that I'm putting into this now. So what I'm saying is that in a perfect world, we want that balance of time, a time here for this, time for rest, time for this, time for that. And unfortunately, with this, it doesn't work that way. It's about making the commitment that you're going to do whatever it takes, no matter what. I will until. And the reason why I say that is because I've been working with people who have gotten to that point because they've thrown their life out of balance. Is that making any sense? Or am I just talking out of my face here? No? Okay. And the last thing I want to leave you guys with is this. I don't know if you guys follow, I've mentioned this name before, if you guys follow Bob Heilig. Are you guys, anybody, show of hands, anybody familiar with Bob Heilig? Nobody at all. Okay. All right. Bob Heilig, Heilig. Okay. He's got a podcast called Your Virtual Upline. And guys, what I'm getting at is this. I continually want to grow and get better and learn more every single day, every single minute of every day, because I want to be able to provide people more value to get to where I want to be with my business, where we want to be with our business. And he said something recently that really resonated with me. He says, before I wanted to make $1 million, my goal was to make $1 million in my business. And I wasn't getting there. I was struggling. I was hurting. And I was stuck. And I spoke to somebody, and I worked with a coach, and I changed my focus from trying to make $1 million. And instead I changed my focus to impacting 1 million people and serving 1 million people. And he completely changed how he went about his business. He completely decided to, okay, with my Facebook lives, I'm going to go live every single day, and I'm going to provide value to 1 million people. And I'm going to do that every single day, and whatever happens is going to happen, and the results will happen for you if you shift your focus like that. And I've been very fortunate lately because I was given a gift by him. If you guys go to your podcast, and I know, Nicole, you heard it, right? If you go to Your Virtual Upline podcast and listen to episode 64, okay, it's 63 and 64, guys. I'm telling you right now, his message in those two podcasts just completely blow you away. Especially if you're struggling with going online with Facebook, episode 63 will completely blow you away. I'm telling you right now. I don't sugarcoat stuff, and I don't hype things up just to hype it up. I'm giving you the real deal. Episode 63, Your Virtual Upline, listen to it right after this call. And then episode 64 was another good one. But what he does is after his podcast, he gives away a gift to somebody who's put in a review on his podcast. And long story short, after episode 64, he gave me a gift. He called my name, and he selected me. And what I got was a year's access to his Leadership Legacy Academy, which he just started. And it costs $500 for the year, and you get into a private Facebook group. Now, it cost me nothing. He gave me that as a gift. And what I'm going to do with this, guys, is I want to provide value to you. If you are ready, I want you to dig deep. Listen, I'm not going to pick anybody. If you are ready to dig deep, if you're ready to lock arms with me and be my success partner and be willing to go through the mentoring program together with me, we're going to do it together. Only if you're ready. If you're ready and you're deadly serious, because what I'm learning in this training is you're not going to get this anywhere else for free. You're not going to get it from corporate. You're not going to get it from YouTube. You're not going to get it from anywhere else. This is something that you have to pay for and invest in to get this type of leadership training. And I wanted to provide that to you if you're ready and willing to take the next step. If you're not, great, that's not a problem, no big deal. If you guys, if somebody out there is struggling in their business and they're stuck and they want to figure out a way to get to that next step, if you want to lock arms with me and take it there to that next level, let me know. Shoot me a private message, and let's get through it together. If you're not ready for it, that's fine. I just want to put it out there to you guys and give you that offer because I was given a gift, and I want to pay it forward and give you guys a gift as well with that. Okay, so. Anybody else got something you want to share with us before we end the call here? No? We're good? Shakira, you got something?
So I wanted to touch base on what David Atkins says, and I wanted to ask everyone that's on the call. He had mentioned homework, and he said your homework will be drawing up a vision board.
Correct.
I wanted to know, I want to do something like that. I actually want to do this homework, but I'm struggling with drawing up my own vision board. So, because I'm grateful for everything that I've gotten so far in my life, that I'm trying to figure out exactly what can go on there. Who else is going to do the homework? Who else is going to draw up their own vision board? And if we can share that so that we know, like, where to begin. Because I don't know where to begin.
I think I'm glad you brought that up. That'd be something good for us to do as everyone individually. That's your assignment, and post it, take a snapshot of it, and post it in the team page. And hopefully, people who are not here tonight can see that and get inspired and do the same thing. And you can post in there, hey, listen, this was from Super Saturday. Dave Atkins put a challenge to us to create our vision board. Your vision board can be a couple things. It can be your reasons why you got started with this business and why you continue to do it and why you want to impact lives. Or it can be you can take a picture out of a book of your dream house that you want to build, or your dream vacation you want to take, or your dreams that you have for you and your family, whatever that is.
I don't want to put something materialistic. I don't want it to be materialistic for me.
It doesn't matter. I understand, but it doesn't matter. Don't feel like don't feel guilty about it if it's materialistic. It's not. Listen, it's about you to create a vision of where what's out there in the future for you to work towards. You know what I mean? And don't feel bad if it's materialistic or if it's a car, if it's a boat, if it's whatever it is. It doesn't matter. It's your vision. Who am I to judge what your vision is? Mm-hmm. Your vision is your vision. It doesn't matter. But and it's okay that you are impacting lives in order for you to get there. And he said this too. He said, we only are successful based on the number of people that we help. Right? So that's what it's about. It's about helping more lives, impacting more lives. The more we do that, the more we're able to be successful. Is that making sense? So if you guys are up for that challenge and you want to, put together your vision board by the end of this week and post it in the group, that'd be pretty cool.
Is it okay if I make my vision board a list instead of pictures?
Whatever it is.
I can just write it out as a list and then post it that way. Yeah. And then later on create something cute. Fuzzy little pictures.
Whatever works. Whatever works.
Nicole did an awesome training on the vision board. I don't know if you remember that, Dave. I don't know what. If you go look in the old YouTubes, you can probably find it. But the vision boards also, they don't have to be for 5 years from now. You can make a vision board on what you want in 6 months, in 1 year. It doesn't have to be like, I want to be a millionaire in 5 years. You can break it down into little, little increments. Where I see myself in 6 months, where I want to be in a year. But I really like Nicole's. If I remembered when it was, she did a great training on that.
Nicole, do you remember when that was that you did that training?
I mean, it's been a while. I probably still have my notes. I was gonna try to chime in there, and thanks for remembering. That's awesome. I just would second that. I truly believe these things work. It can be whatever you want to put on it, but you want to put like, I will get this, I will do this, I will help so many people, I will have 200 customers in my back office, if you want to make it less on materialistic and more on helping people. I will help my clients lose 200 pounds total by, a certain date. And I remember I did that presentation because I had hit diamond, and I had put, I will hit diamond by September 1st or 3rd, because it was my birthday, and I hit it like September 1st, and so that was like my powerful like aha moment. And just recently, going through like an old closet, I found a vision, it was kind of like a binder that I had made. Literally, I was 16 years old. My mom taught me this, as a kid, and I put, I will have a Jeep, I will be homecoming queen, I will be athlete of the year, blah, 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 like all the things I wanted in high school. And it was so cool. I mean, I got those things, my first car was a Jeep, and I got those high school things and other things, so it truly works. I totally believe it, and I've heard it so much in the Beachbody community. So anything you want, you should have images. It doesn't matter what they are. Cut them out of magazines, go on the internet, find a picture, but it is a vision board, and you do want to visually see these things coming to fruition, right? And so anything you want, but write it out as if I will, and then date it and be very specific. Not I will, I don't know, whatever it is, I will own a house. Okay, well, what kind of a house? Where do you want that house? How many square feet do you want? Be very specific and try to date things. And for me, if they don't come true, or if I haven't, done that yet, it goes on to the next year, and I keep working at it. A lot of them, though, I remember last year at Summit, I think it was last year, Melanie Mitro saying, she saves all her vision boards, and like her first year, how every single thing on her list came true. I mean, they're definitely very powerful. It could not hurt. You have nothing to lose. But yeah, and I can go back and look at some notes and maybe bullet point some stuff if you guys would like me to.
That's awesome. While you were talking, I just remembered, and I don't know why I forgot about this, but 2 years ago, Denise and I wrote on our whiteboard in our gym, win 2016 Beachbody Classic. And I had that up in my gym all day. Every time I went down there and I worked out in the gym, I looked at the board, and all right, that's why I'm doing it. And I freaking hit my workout even harder. And every time it sucked, I'm getting up at 4:45, and I didn't feel like I'm dragging ass. It's 2 degrees outside. I walk in the gym, I look at the board. Okay, that's why I'm doing it. And I hit that workout even harder. That's what a vision board does for you. It gets your mind into that perspective that you're going to freaking do whatever it takes, because that goal is why you're doing it. And it'll help you push even harder. Cool. Thanks for that, guys. That was awesome.
Hey, Dave, if I can just on the vision board thing here real quick. I actually have one, and I actually did mine on a bulletin board, so that I can change stuff up on it as I need to, and I have it hanging someplace, so that's one of the first things I see every day. Nice. It's hanging right outside of my bedroom, or when I walk out of my bedroom to come out in the rest of my place, I see it. It's right there on the wall. I can't miss seeing it, because it's right there. I need to update it a little bit, because some of the stuff that was on there I've done, so it needs to come off, and I'm going to put some more stuff up. I mean, it's in my plans to do, actually, and so that just, doing this thing now with us having to do one here, I'm going to speed up that process and actually make that on my to-do list for this week to update it some with some new stuff on there that I want to get. And yeah, some of it's materialistic. That's the whole goal of it. It's to drive you towards hitting those goals that you want. whatever it does that motivates you to get to those. Some of mine's materialistic, some of it isn't. But ultimately it's all about, to get there, it's about helping people. So it's just kind of a reminder of that.
Awesome. Good stuff, man. Yeah, it'll definitely drive you to where you want to be, the vision board. I lost my train of thought here. I was going to say something, but you hit it there, that it doesn't have to, it is whatever you decide it's going to be, that's going to pull you forward. Whatever your goals are, whatever your visions are, you put it out there. All right. Anybody else before we go? Very good. All right, guys. Great call tonight. This was good stuff. Thank you for sharing what you guys, your insight from Super Saturday. Now it's about implementing. Now it's about, oh, that's what I was going to say. With vision boards and setting goals. Also with your vision board, celebrate. Celebrate your freaking wins. Celebrate your successes. Be okay with patting yourself in the back. Yeah, I did that. I did good. You have to be, it's not just about setting the goal, achieving it, and being quiet about it. Freaking rock, party on, man. Be proud of that accomplishment, because you did something that you set your mind to. You worked your ass off to get there. You should be proud, and you should be able to be acknowledged and freaking be happy about it and celebrate that. So set a vision board, and like Nicole said, that was a really good point. Put a deadline on it. That's another thing that's going to get your ass moving too. For example, Denise put it out there in the world. We're going to be a 10-star team at Summit next year, so we got some work to do. And right now, she's 3-star qualifying. And when she said that, she was a 1-star. So shit is happening. Or shit happens, when you put stuff out there in the universe, you have to make it happen. Otherwise, the world is going to keep you accountable. So, we have a deadline. So we're going to make it happen. So put your vision out there, put it in front of you so you see it every single day. Have a deadline on it. Say, by this date, I will be this. Okay, guys? Awesome call. Thanks so much. And don't forget, tomorrow is National Wake Up Call, 11 o'clock. If you want, 11 o'clock. Catch the replay on the podcast. And again, guys, it's okay to do other outside training as well. Those guys I've mentioned before, Bob Heilig, Ray Higdon, Eric Worre, these are masters at the game. They know what they're talking about. Follow these guys. But check out that episode 63 on Your Virtual Upline. It's going to help you with your Facebook posting and doing live videos. So go check that out. Let me know what you think. All right. Thanks again for joining me, guys. And we'll talk to you soon. I'll have this replay up soon. Take care. Have a good night, everybody.